All right. My name is TheFlyingMarlin, and this is Count Gooby right here to help me on commentary, and this is Pepsiman.
Hello. Pepsi for TV game.
Pepsi for TV game?
Yes.
Yeah. Pepsi for TV game, indeed. I got my Pepsi right here. And we have met the incentive, right?
Yes, we met the cutscene incentive.
We have met the cutscene incentive, which means we are going to be playing this game's glorious, legendary cutscenes. So, without further ado, let's get this started. So this was released in 1999, I believe? Or 8? It might have been 7, actually. And it was released in Japan only, and it was based on a series of commercials
let's start the game.
that were run in Japan, in English, with Japanese subtitles, much like the game itself. So basically we're this superhero mascot named Pepsiman, and let's just let this guy tell the story for right now.
You got here just at the perfect time. I got a
Was that supposed to start the timer right there?
Oh, I forgot, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a flat tire.
Sorry about that.
There are a bunch of people
No worries, it happens.
Seems so busy here.
Pepsi. And the word is that they're just about to riot. I plan to head over there as soon as I can fix this plant. But it looks like it's gonna take some time. Can't you do something, Pepsi Man?
Do something, Pepsi Man.
Yeah, so Pepsiman has to do something to help these thirsty people. So now we get to the actual gameplay. So Pepsiman's going to be running through this town, the city of San Francisco, causing much collateral damage, but trying not to block traffic too much. And as you can see, things are getting kind of out of order here. There are cars going all over the place. There's Pepsi cans lying in the streets everywhere, which we're not going to pick up, because that'll actually slow us down, because the game actually takes time to count up all Pepsi cans we collect at the end of each level, so we do not want to collect any of them.
There is a 100% category where you will pick up all the cans. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have not attempted a run of that, and it is brutal, because some of the cans are easier to pick up than others, but like getting all the cans is tricky.
Yeah. It's actually, this is a pretty tough game.
It is.
It's one thing people don't think realize about it.
Yeah, this is a pretty difficult game. Like, the level design is actually really well done. I mean, it's definitely easy to laugh at for good reason, but it is a decent challenge.
Got the best movers in town, dropping all
Yeah.
the furniture.
Alright, so now, before we actually save the day, we gotta stop and buy a Pepsi. Alright. So here, the game actually tallies up the time and all the Pepsi cans you got. So if you get any Pepsi cans at all, it'll say you got a brand new record, so you're gonna, hear that little jingle play. Now, in some of these levels, we won't get any cans, or we'll try to get any cans, and as a result, we hopefully will not hear that jingle, but we'll see. So this is the second level in San Francisco, and so I should say that the game does not say that this is San Francisco, but I believe the manual does. Whoops. Whoops. There's a death.
Yeah. It just gives an opportunity to drink more Pepsi.
Exactly. So if any of you are watching at home with Pepsi in hand, drink up.
Drink one Pepsi drink. And if you don't have Pepsi, go and buy one right
Yeah.
now.
Not sponsored
Insert
by...
verification, Ken.
Yeah.
Yes.
We are not sponsored by Pepsi, by the way, although... Yeah. So now we're on a skateboard, so this is THPS, or Sonic Adventure 2. City Escape. But better. Alright, so...
Can we be
Yeah.
sponsored by Sega?
So this is tricky because if we hit anything on this skateboard, we will just lose a life right away. We won't lose health. So we really gotta be careful here, but we made it through. Here are some more of the world's greatest movers, you know.
Yeah.
San Francisco just has great moving companies.
And since we did mention it, shoutouts to the Sonic Adventure 2 run earlier this marathon. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Pepsi Man's saving the day by spraying Pepsi at everybody. That seems to be his only superpower, really, just spraying Pepsi. I mean, to be fair, it works.
He's not really a great superhero.
Yeah.
I mean, all he can do is just
All
like,
right.
well, here's a Pepsi, and it kind of doesn't do anything
Yeah.
else. I mean, like, that.
Yeah, that right there. He just got bonked by this truck. And now he's being chased by a giant Pepsi can, which... The tragic irony of the very thing he represents plotting to destroy him is... Whoops.
It's a tragedy of Shakespeare proportions.
Exactly. So yeah, as you can see, like this level is different because we are running towards the camera, and this is an auto scroller, so we can't speed up or slow down. All we can do is move side to side and jump. All right,
There we go, all done with that. Very nice.
that's done.
Yeah, if we take too many hits, then we get crushed by the
Yeah,
Pepsi
so
can.
on that level you can get, and on pretty much all the there are 4 stages, and each stage has 3 levels. The third level of each stage is one of those types, and you basically get 3 hits per on those types of levels, and then you lose a life.
You're doing pretty good.
Thanks, Mike.
I agree.
This is Mike Butters, and if you like his T-shirt,
Have a Pepsi.
I'm wearing the same one.
Next stage.
oh, don't let the carbonation.
There it is.
Have a Pepsi.
Have a Pepsi.
That goes for everybody watching. Have a Pepsi. So now we saved the day in San Francisco, but now we gotta figure out just what we need to do next from this firefighter here.
There's a building on fire just ahead. We need to get there immediately, but look what's happened. According to reports I have heard, they got the fire under control, but there are some people that couldn't escape fast enough and are trapped on the roof. They are extremely exhausted, and it doesn't seem likely that we can get first aid to them in time. Can't you give them something to help revive them, Pepsi Man?
No concern about where they are. Just,
Yeah.
they're thirsty. We need to give them Pepsi.
There are people trapped on a burning building, and they're thirsty, so they need Pepsi.
Like,
I mean, so now this is in Brooklyn, I believe. You know, a very, very different tone than in San Francisco. You see, there's like a bunch of cars and oil barrels on fire, and yeah,
is that one?
it's
Some city from Sonic 06. It's like, I forget, but it reminds me of that.
yeah. I think pretty much everything in this game has a parallel in the Sonic universe.
Or what if Pepsi Man is just Sonic?
You know, I think you just opened a real can of worms there, or should I say, a real can of Pepsi there.
I think I did.
If we have any donations, this would be a great time for those.
Oh, we do. We have a really good donation. We have $20 from the boys saying, shout out to Flying Marlin. Good luck. Pepsi for sweet relief.
Yeah. You know, Pepsi is sweet, so...
Shoutouts to Boix, another runner
Yeah,
of
shout out
this
to
game.
Boys. He's run this at GDQ twice. And
We had a really funny chat comment earlier. I'm not sure if you wanted a red read too.
sure.
Like somebody said, Pepsi. It's not as bad as Coke, but it tries to be.
It tries.
Not sure how I feel about that, but...
Pepsi for Twitch chat?
Pepsi for Twitch chat.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pepsi Man forgets there's a manhole underneath him, but so now
Yeah.
we're in the sewers here.
So Pepsi Man has unfortunately fallen into the sewer. So we're gonna have to find a way out of there.
Best superhero, again. Like, but, very, very catchy jam right here.
Yeah, I mean, I love how, like, in every level there's, like, a slightly different remix of the Pepsi Man theme.
Yeah.
It's great.
It is very fun.
So we're just running in the sewer on this big catwalk thing. This is actually the easiest level, in my opinion, to not get any cans on. So we'll see if I can do that. But this is New York, so if you're underground, you're never that far from a subway, so... Whoops.
This manhole brought us pretty far,
Yeah.
from San Francisco to New York.
Yeah. We gotta avoid these subway workers, even though I just knocked one of them over. There's a shovel there that'll just do like the classic Tom and Jerry thing, where if you step on it, it'll whack you in the face.
See, I think
So,
the one you knocked
there.
over was a Coke fan, so...
Yeah, so that, I mean, that guy was drinking Coke, so I mean...
I mean, that's more to knock him over.
Yeah. So now we just run up the stairs. Try not to run over any of these people who are clearly drinking Pepsi there.
Yes.
Sorry, she had a Coke. Okay. That guy had a Coke too. Alright, so now we're just gonna run across these buildings like Spider-Man. Except not like Spider-Man, but like Pepsi Man. And just spray Pepsi at these people and save the day once again.
But doesn't actually
Yep.
save them. Just sprays Pepsi
I mean, he
at
sprays
them.
Pepsi and then they somehow have Pepsi cans in their hands. And this this is great.
I just...
So we did get no cans there, which is great. Now we fell onto this pizza truck. Keep an eye on this pizza truck at the end of this level because this is going to be pretty funny. So yeah, this is another one of those auto-scrollers where you just run towards the camera and try not to get hit by stuff. Alright.
So definitely take a sip of that Pepsi.
Yeah.
Take a bite of that pizza. Cola is
Pepsi for pizza. Pepsi for TV game. Pepsi for life.
Exactly. We're almost done with it here. You can see the stage progress in the top right there. There's a little icon. And there we go.
Alright. So that's half of the levels done, although the upcoming levels are a bit trickier and longer, so don't worry, we're not halfway done with the run quite yet in terms of time probably, so
The APS gets a lot stronger.
yeah, advertisements per second. Trust me. In the final area, it's you're not gonna believe just how many ads there are. Oh, Mike Butters.
Pepsi for TV game.
Pepsi for TV game. All right. So now we're going to be in Texas, and the soldier's going to give us our next briefing.
Pepsiman, a plane full of passengers had to make an emergency landing in the desert.
I love how calm this guy's voice is.
Yeah.
Fortunately, no one was hurt or killed. But in the middle of nowhere, right in the middle of the desert, and they are all exhausted. Another helicopter is on the way, but it looks like it's going to take some time. Isn't there anything we can do to help them until that helicopter arrives?
Good thing we're gonna bring soda to them to hydrate them.
Soda. Yeah.
That guy could read me audiobooks, and I would fall asleep to that.
So as that surprisingly calm-voiced soldier told us, we're going to have to just find this plane that crashed in the middle of the desert, which fortunately everybody survived and is not injured. Oops. Ooh, this is going to be fine.
They just need to be hydrated.
Yep. We just got to avoid these trucks. Oh, whoopsies.
Game is hard.
It is.
There we go. Yeah, the cycles got thrown off a little bit,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's hard to juggle that.
We just got to avoid these trucks. Please do not try this. Please do not try running on a 2-lane highway that's full of semi-trucks.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
It's been a while since I've run this on an actual PlayStation controller, so I'm used to it. This is the game over screen, but don't worry, we'll just start right where we left off. The game over screen in this game does not mean anything, really. Alright.
Just another sip of Pepsi for you all.
Yeah, another sip of Pepsi for everybody.
Or, alternatively, throwing out a can of Coke in your home. Or any other soda that is not Pepsi.
Any other non-Pepsi approved beverage.
Yes. There we go.
Alright, so that's the trucks, although that's not all though. This is a log truck. You know, the world's best lumberjacks, as everybody knows, live in Texas.
Yep.
So we gotta.
It's common knowledge.
Yeah, it's common knowledge. Like, all the world's greatest lumberjacks are Texan. Paul Bunyan, Texan.
Exactly.
There's actually a fairly newly discovered trick that allows you to skip this truck, but it's really tricky, and I'm not gonna go for it. But it basically involves running up to this, taking an intentional hit, and then stopping and then dashing from there at the same time, which basically allows you to dash at full speed, and then you can just use your iframes. That bike can be really tricky. Using your iframes to basically phase through the truck, which is really tricky. There's actually a skip that I'm going to do in the final level, or final stage, that involves that same technique, but it's a lot easier, so I'm going to show that in a little bit. So yeah, these are bikers, and these bikers are out for blood for whatever reason. I guess they're like some sort of Coca-Cola sponsored biker gang. So we just gotta watch out for them.
Out to get us.
A giant Pepsi can. I don't know where that came from. I guess it fell off a billboard. And now we're gonna go through this car wash. Oh, I love that animation though. He just gets caught up in the bristles of the thing and just. Oh, I love that animation. It's so great.
It was for swag.
It's for swag, yeah.
Good thing we found the one Pepsi machine out in the desert.
Yeah. This game does have a notorious tendency to kind of eat some inputs at certain times.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah. But we made it here. We got some Pepsi to help fuel our Pepsi spraying skills to give people who were on the plane some Pepsi.
There you go.
Alright. So now we're more off the beaten path, and instead of bikers, we have buffalo to worry about. So yeah.
Hey, Marlon, did you know buffalo?
Yes, I did know that buffalo.
If you don't get that, look up the buffalo sentence.
Yeah. And speaking of sentences like that, why do they call it oven? When you oven the cold food about how to eat the food. I had to throw it in there.
It had to be one.
But if we do have any donations or anything else you'd like to say, George, this would be a good time.
We don't have any donations right now, but I can remind people what we're here raising money for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So I didn't understand you there?
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Okay, right. So we're here raising money for the Sweet Release Musicians Fund, which provides financial assistance to all types of career musicians who are struggling to meet meets currently. And in March of 2020, they launched a COVID-19 fund, which is specifically used for musicians and music industry workers affected by the coronavirus. And 100% of every dollar donated to that is used to pay for medical expenses, lodging, clothing, food, and all other vital living expenses to those impacted by sickness or loss of work. So it's an awesome charity, and go donate to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the convention that we're doing this in partnership is VGMCon, which is just a great organization and great people.
If you want to check them out, they're having their own stream going on as well right now, kind of like an online stream at twitch.tv/VGMCon. So, and we're sharing a tracker with them, so you can donate over there too, and it'll be right here. So,
Yes.
collaboration.
Yeah, they have some pretty fun incentives that go on every now and then.
So I guess those angry bison must have gotten to some Coca-Cola or something, because then they ran into this giant. They ran into Pepsi Man, who got knocked into this giant, massive logs. So now we got to run away from some logs that are somehow chasing us. So
it just doesn't.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look like it's supposed. I don't know. It's always looks goofy to me.
It's like this seems like one of those like old west legends about like a ghost that inhabited the ghost of an angry lumberjack or something who inhabited a bunch of logs and is now chasing. I don't know.
Exactly. It's just so goofy looking.
Oops, okay.
Yeah, we're right at the end, so...
Right at the end, so it's not fine. But yeah, so that's the third stage in Texas, and now we have one more stage and a couple more cutscenes, so yeah.
Everyone's favorite city, sure you've been to?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you haven't been there,
Yeah.
Gotta visit at least once. Oh, there we go.
Pepsi.
Just keep having the Pepsis.
Pepsi for pizza.
Sorry, I myself like that. As long as Pepsi doesn't drink an energy drink flavor, I think we're good.
All right. Yeah. I did have some Red Bull right before this, so I'm not sure what that says.
Pepsiman, it looks like the main computer of Pepsi City went out of control a little while ago from being overloaded. All the roads are affected by the computer and we can't move ahead. There isn't enough Pepsi for everyone, and violence has flared up amongst those wanting Pepsi. Exhausted people are collapsing because they can't refresh themselves with Pepsi. If it continues like this,
So
there
funny.
will be a worldwide shortage of Pepsi.
Not the worldwide shortage!
Real problem. Can't you do something to put the computer back in working order?
We need Pepsi.
That nod, but yeah, this is great. Like, so basically, because the computer at the Pepsi factory is not working, nobody in the city can get Pepsi, which of course leads to anarchy. So there are people just like taking cover and passed out in the streets. So whoops.
We are in Pepsi City, by the way.
Right here is where I'm going to do that little skip I talked about earlier. Oops, didn't get that right. I'm just gonna go for the standard route. But yeah, Pepsi City. So yeah, just look around and admire Pepsi City because Pepsi is a way of life here.
I wish all cities looked as beautiful as Pepsi City.
It's okay, I'm just gonna standard. This is the truck that I could skip, but
It's not cooperating.
yeah, I did it earlier, but I did it right before this run, so I guess I don't know.
Marathon luck.
Yeah, marathon luck,
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
It's Coca-Cola, it's all called. Hey, Coca-Cola.
All right. So up here is one of the trickiest parts of the run right here. This just wait after this. But yeah, now we got another trash can on our head, so we gotta carefully wind through here. Our controls are actually reversed, and I can't really. It's a little sluggish, so it's a little tricky here. But
Yeah, it's a little tricky navigating with the
I love just the
garbage
people
can.
just like lying passed out in the streets because they don't have any Pepsi.
They need their Pepsi. We must save them.
All right. All right. Here we go. First try there. Yeah, that is, in my experience, that's been one of the hardest parts to do derusts of, but yeah, this isn't too bad. So now he's somehow able to get a Pepsi from the machine, even though there is a shortage of Pepsi in the city. So make of that what you will.
He's Pepsi man. He could just.
He's Pepsi man.
He knows the ways of the Pepsi machine.
He knows the ways of Pepsi. Speaking of which,
Pepsi. Only Marlin's choice.
only Marlin's choice. Hey, it's a spoiler.
Oh,
Just
shoot.
kidding. Oh yeah.
You didn't hear that.
So now we're inside the Pepsi factory. Fun fact: this is actually based on the real-life Pepsi factory. Another fun fact: I just made that up. I'm pretty sure this has nothing to do with the actual Pepsi factory. This is also a really hard part of the game. So I'll try to focus for a couple seconds here.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh!
So
It's
close.
the problem is with those conveyor belts, they kind of knock you into the holes. So yeah. There we go.
Nice. Well done.
All right.
We're still not done with the stage, though.
No. Here are the pipes. This is a really really tricky part. But yeah, so we have to basically fix the computer at the main central processing plant for Pepsi. And you'll never guess how he fixed the computer. If you've seen how he saved the day earlier by spraying Pepsi at people, you'll never guess how he fixes the computer.
Well, clearly Pepsiman's an excellent programmer. And
He is, I mean, yeah.
Yes, of course.
Alright, so one last part of this level. This is this little hoverboard right here. Alright.
This is also a pretty tricky section.
It's tricky. The curvature of this hallway makes it really misleading. So you gotta really be careful with these hitboxes for the walls here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nice, well done.
So yeah, now we're at the computer. And as you see, he is spraying Pepsi at the computer. Yeah, so word of advice, if your computer is not working, all you need to do is just pour Pepsi on it. Please don't do that, by the way. The Pepsi computer is...
Do not try at home.
Do not try to fix your computer by pouring Pepsi on it if it's slow.
That seems like a good idea. Maybe we could try that for stream teching.
Now Pepsi Man's running out of here, but by his own hubris, he's stopping underneath the statue of a giant Pepsi can. And he is now being chased, once again, in a tragically ironic sense, by Pepsi.
We started with Shakespeare, we end with Shakespeare.
Oh, this is lined with giant Pepsi cans, and there's like a giant Pepsi can with a bunch of smaller Pepsi cans beneath it, so it's like the minions. Like, don't talk to me or my son ever again.
Exactly.
Also, I love, one of my favorite details of the whole game is how like all the mailboxes in the city have Pepsi logos on them, which implies that Pepsi somehow runs the postal service here. So, yeah.
I just really hope that they're like their trucks are also run off of Pepsi. Like you pour Pepsi in as like gas.
You know what? I would not put it past this game for that to be canon.
Yes.
So time will be called at the end of this level when when the camera pans out. So get ready on that. I know it started a little late. My bad. I'm a little busy. Time.
Nice, GG.
All right, yeah. So that's Pepsi Man. There is a little wrap-up cutscene right here. But yeah, I've been talking a lot. As Pepsi Man, it's actually a really good game. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a bit.
Oh, Mike, gotta love Mike.
We gotta dance.
With all these cables around me, no thanks.
That's fair.
Drink Pepsi.
Yeah. Pepsi, 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 Pepsi.
Only my choice. I can't do that. I can't do the faces.
Yeah, definitely would recommend trying this game.
Yeah.
It's a bit, I guess hard to find. It's a little expensive on eBay. But
it is pretty expensive on eBay or any other website, but it's fun. Yeah, it's great. Emperor Kitada. I don't know who that is, but it's great. So yeah, definitely keep those donations coming in. This is a great cause. You know, music really does make the world go round, and yeah, just really great cause, and we're on pretty good pace. So just keep those donations flowing in, and we can do some great work.
Yeah.
Pepsi is.
All right. Any final plugs you want to do before we head off?
Drink Pepsi.
Drink Pepsi.
Yeah.
Not as much as in this last cutscene.
Yeah, shout outs to the Pepsi Man speedrunners out there. And shout outs to Pepsi. Not sponsored. Just to clarify.
Alright folks, we're going on a quick break. We'll have Juhorse playing Bishi Bashi Special 2, 80% Hyper very shortly, but before that we'll go on a quick break. Thank you so much for the run, TheFlyingMarlin, and hope to see you more.
Thanks for having me.
And don't forget to donate to the charity, everyone. We still have lots of awesome Bitwise and incentives ready to meet. But yeah, that being said, I think we'll kick it over. Thanks for the run.